Two investments every young man should be making right now. There's a mistake I see a lot of young guys making when they start caring about money, and they jump to what stock should I buy? What coin is next? What's going to explode? They want that multiplier. But multipliers only work when there's something solid to multiply. So today, I'm going to talk about two investments that create this base, the ones that let everything work later. Because in this current economy, opportunities still exist. I believe in free enterprise, and I believe that you can make $1 today and you can make 100 tomorrow. So let's talk about it. Investment one. I think the most underrated asset in your 20s is your income ceiling, your ability to earn more. If you can increase how much value you create, you increase how much money flows to you for decades. So a certification, learning sales, learning the code, understanding marketing, becoming better at communication. These don't show up as sexy wins and like, oh, how to be a day trader in a day. No. But these change your lifetime trajectory. If a new skill helps you make 10K more per year, that may be 3 to 500K difference over a career. Show me a stock that guarantees that. You can. Look, markets fluctuate, they go up and down, but your competence travels with you. And right now in this economy, companies still pay for value. And they reward people who can produce. So while other people are waiting to feel ready, the guy constantly upgrading himself is quietly increasing his future leverage. So, hey, you know how they say health is wealth? I think about invest into your brain because knowledge is power. Now, number two is one of my favorites is ownership. Once income improves, the next move is ownership. Owning pieces of businesses, owning assets, owning things that work for you while you sleep. Because incomes build wealth slowly, ownership builds it exponentially. This could be index funds, this could be strong individual companies like GE, Google, Meta, real estate, possibly later like a house. The exact vehicle doesn't matter as much as participation because you need money in the game. Why? Because economies reward owners differently than workers. Like when productivity rises, owners capture the upside. They can cut off the top. And if you're young, time is absurdly powerful. It's so powerful because of compound interest, your ability to learn, and a lack of responsibilities. And just a small amount invested early can outperform so many people that invest late. And that's just not motivational, man. This is straight up math. So why this matters right now? Okay, let me tell you something. Why this matters right now and why you should be caring about what's going on. So a lot of people don't really understand the current environment right now. Some sectors are booming, technology is accelerating, and new industries are forming, but at the same time, everyday costs feel heavy, which means you have pressure, you have opportunity, you have a combination that separates people. You're a young man like me, and some freeze, some build. And if you build during the functional periods, like right now, if you're broke and you're just trying to make that money, you'll be prepared when there's better opportunities ahead. Because at the end of the day, there's always cycles, and these cycles always change. So, what happens when you hit a certain number? This is where it gets fun. Your first few $1,000s, you have your proof of discipline. You're around 10,000, you start thinking differently about risk. 25K, compounding becomes visible. At 50 to 100K, you have options. You can change jobs without panic, start something, invest more aggressively, buy time. Buying time is probably your most important asset because with more time, with more education, with more at hand, you can exponentially create more wealth over time. And it's absurd on how wealthy you can get and just how more knowledge you can get. Now, you guys understand that money begins to create freedom instead of just survival. And most people don't reach these numbers because they skip the first two investments. They don't care about ownership and they don't care about education, and they just chase excitement instead of foundation. Now, the hidden advantage of being young is mistakes are cheaper, responsibilities are lighter, energy is higher, and you can try, fail, pivot, recover faster than you're able to later. And this is a superpower, but it expires eventually. Now, you guys need to focus on increasing what you can earn and becoming an owner of things because it will align with how the economy rewards people long term. Everything else becomes easier after that. There's more options, more confidence, more resilience. There's just more ways to create wealth. And if you can objectively either learn one section very, very good or experiment with a bunch of different sections, you'll come out very wealthy. Examples I can give you is if you learn how to sell, selling is probably the most important feature, the most important thing. That is one thing that young men should definitely strive to get because at every moment in your entire life you're selling. You're selling your personality, you're selling your resume, you're selling yourself. If you want to start a family, you have to sell yourself, you have to sell your personality. You have to learn the ability to sell. You have to learn the ability to close because it's easy to sell, but it's not easy to close. And I'll create another video on this later. The why selling is one of the most important skills to learn as a young man, and that is essentially the bottom line. Essentially, one of the greatest assets that you can have is the ability to sell. But I appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. And let me know in the comments down below if you guys have any interesting videos that you guys want me to talk about. I'm open to anything. If there's something that recently I didn't hear about, or if there's something in the news and you guys want me to cover it, I'll do some research. I'll make a video on it. No problem. I'll give you guys my opinion. But either way, stay safe, stay blessed, and start earning. Because your potential to earn is your potential to learn. The more you learn, the more you earn. Exactly. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out. Have a nice day.